Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. People tell me we not in a recession. Take your ass over to Facebook Marketplace. Everybody's offloading collections over there. They're offloading video game collections, toy collections, shoe collections. They're selling cars, bro. It's real. I don't think you understand. When shit gets rough, people start selling their stuff. And I mean, they're not just selling part of their stuff, they're selling collections, bro. Anytime that you selling not just your PS2 collection, you selling your whole video game collection. You got a price there too. You like, I'm trying to get rid of all this stuff for $5 grand, man. I'm trying to get rid of this stuff for 10 grand. Dude, some people selling 50 damn games for $1,000 damn dollars. And people are like, that ain't no good deal for PlayStation 2. Some of the games in that particular stack, if you look them up on eBay, are selling for between $5,000 and $2,000 damn dollars. And he's selling 50 games for $1,000. And they all heat $100, $200, $300, $500. The thing is, people trying to get rid of shit. And sometimes they're not trying to hold on to stuff because you know if you try to sell anything for what its value is, you're never going to get it. You know, you may get it somewhere down the line 2 or 3 years from now. But when you got something, man, and you just feeling some kind of way about it, you just really need to think. I'm starting to pay attention, man, that everything is happening for a reason. eBay, they want to remove some fees. Dude, it's been a hard year for eBay. I know y'all saying, no, it's not eBay making money. You just lying. It's been a hard year for the motherfuckers. Whatnot beating on that ass. Whatnot is not beating on their butt the way you think they are. It's not like Whatnot is really competition. What happens is, one thing that happens with Whatnot that a lot of people don't pay attention to, it's a live auction. You put it up there. If it sells, it happens in less than a damn minute and you could just ship it. You get your pay right off the top. You just ship it. You put what you want for shipping and all that. But, you know, see, that's the thing that I'm talking about. There's always something that's taking the place of something else. You get what I mean? I'm sitting here trying to understand these Cyber Monday deals, man, and trying to figure out, it's more like harassment Monday, man, because, again, you're not really getting hit with deals. You're getting hit with something that they're just trying to offload. You know, the price was $30 damn dollars. Now they selling it to you for 45 and saying you got a deal. You ain't getting no damn deal. If you telling Mumra with the light up eyes, you know, he normally $100 and you selling it for $100, what are we doing? Bro, I'm trying to figure out what am I getting a deal on here, man. And, you know, I just been realistic lately, man. Tired. You know, I'm looking at what I want to spend and what I don't want to spend anymore. And I'm starting to realize that these companies don't have our best interests in mind, and they never have. Man, these companies are actually in a process of folding because people are finding ways to offset shit. You know, people are selling stuff, you know, on Facebook Marketplace. They going back on Craigslist to sell again because they like, shit, I can just put this shit up there and somebody just buy all of it. Man, you know what? That's the thing. I think a lot of people want you just to pick and choose. And people are like, it ain't nothing really happening. People just selling stuff. No. People don't sell shit until shit gets real. Until they need money. And when people need money, but it's the holidays. That's why people, man, you don't sell all your shit because of the holidays. You know, you only sell it for, you know, real life shit. Like, there's a baby coming. You just lost your job. Y'all about to move. Real shit. You see what I mean? Real shit happens and you tend to make observations of all those real things that happen, and you start making a choice like, I think it's time for us to sell some of this stuff. I think it's time for me to move on from this stuff. Man, and you know what? In all due honesty, sometimes that's the case. Sometimes, man, we need to sit back and pay attention. Man, sometimes I don't want to pay attention to the ish that's happening, man. It's just like, here goes some more ish. You feel that way because you're tired already. You tired of everything that's happening. You're tired of just not feeling like everything is enough, man. There's always something happening. There's more stuff happening and you're looking at it And I was talking to my friends. He was just like, man, I'm just tired, man. I just don't even want this stuff no more. I rarely ever play it anymore. I rarely ever go into my man cave. And he was like, man, I don't really play my video game systems anymore, man. Do you want to buy 'em? And I'll be honest, man. If times were different, I would buy them. But shit, times being the way they are, I'm not buying them. Shit, I'm not don't really use them. I collect this type of stuff, but man, you got to think about this stuff. If it's just gonna sit with you, you just done spent a lot of money and just had it sitting somewhere. Dude, I'm looking at everything right now. I'm trying to make better decisions, bro. That's one thing about collecting, man. Collect within your budget, man. Sometimes we go broke collecting. Man, I know so many people that done went broke collecting, man. I told you in the beginning, very long time ago when I first started this, man, it was just feeling like I was just working just to collect, man. And after a while, I was like, hey, this is not cool, bro. You ain't got no money in your pocket. You just buying ish. Slowed down, got away from it, and all of a sudden, I understood it. I understand the game, man. You understand it better. Sometimes for me, I spend less money when I go out and hunt instead of hunting online. And you can buy a lot of shit online. Dude, I could buy shit that could show me new stuff that I'd never seen before. And all of a sudden I'm all in. I'm like, man, I never seen this Spider-Man. I never seen this Venom. Oh man, I never seen that Hulk or Thanos. I never seen that Omega Red. Shit, you like, man, please. I never seen some of these Mondo figures. Bro, it's all about what you want to do. Right now, I don't even know what I want to do. I don't even know how I'm really feeling about everything right about now. I'm just being honest, man. I sit here some days and try to understand what is really going on. I try to find my purpose and place, in this world, in this form of collecting. And, I don't know. I done sold my stuff like 3 or 4 times, bro. And like I said, I done sold the video game collection a couple of times. I done sold the Blu-ray, DVD, Laserdisc stuff, beta tapes, high 8. I done sold some of everything before, bro. And that's the thing. You learn and you keep moving on from it, bro. You just, you sell your stuff and, you be like, man, look, I don't know. But it seems like each time that I sell something or get rid of collection, different things happen. And that's good and bad, man. I'm just ready to try something, totally different, I guess. I guess I'm just tired of really putting too much emphasis on just being a collector, man. It's a lot of work, man. And when I tell you I be ready to quit, people like, oh, you say that all the time. Oh, you quit for a month. That's not quitting. Dude, that is quitting. Anytime you stop doing anything for an extended period of time, it's called quitting. If you start again, you just start again. Shit, you quit for a while. Sometimes you get tired. You need that rest. Sometimes you need that stress to go away, that headache. Collecting can be a little bit overwhelming because there's so much to collect. Like when it comes down to this part of the year, they put out so many toys and they tell you, oh, they're going to drop in January. All this shit, you got pre-orders, they drop all at the same time in December. You get hit with a $2,000 charge on your debit damn card or your credit card, and you try to sit here and try to explain this to your wife. God bless you. And you sitting here thinking, like, man, would she really understand this? No, she ain't gonna understand that shit. You got $2,000 in toys on your damn credit card. Like, no, you got to do better. And trust me, you had it spread out in a way that made sense. But they hit you with the okie doke, which that's what they do. That's why I don't pre-order. And people like, see, but you would get the stuff. You pre-order everything. That's $25 a toy, $30 a toy, $35 a toy. See, you do it that way. That's everything. You all good. Dude, I don't want to do that. Not, it's a lot. Man, please.